to the Compliance Kitchen. This is Sylvia, and today I want to take a look at a recent Facebook settlement. This was with the DOJ and the Labor Department, so they reached separate settlement agreements with Facebook. The DOJ press release tells us that they resolved claims that Facebook routinely refused to recruit, consider, or hire U.S. workers, a group that includes U.S. citizens, U.S. nationals, refugees, lawful permanent residents, and asylees for positions that the company reserved for temporary visa holders in connection with the PERM process. And the Labor Department settlement resolved issues it separately identified through audits of Facebook's recruitment activities that were related to its PERM applications that were filed with the OFLC, or the Office of Foreign Labor Certification. So by way of background on this PERM labor certification process, this is something that allows an employer to hire a foreign worker to work permanently in the US, but typically the employer has to first get a labor certification application from the OFLC, which again is the Employment and Training Administration's Office of Foreign Labor Certification. So the Secretary of Labor must certify that there are no sufficient U.S. workers that are able or willing or qualified to fulfill the job opening in the area of intended employment, and that employment of the foreign worker will not adversely affect the wages and working conditions of similarly employed U.S. workers. So in December of 2020, the DOJ sued Facebook. They alleged that Facebook routinely reserved jobs for temporary visa holders through the PERM process and used recruiting methods that were designed to deter U.S. workers who were qualified from applying for certain positions. The ways that the DOJ alleged Facebook was doing this was, for example, requiring applications be submitted by mail only, or that they refused to consider U.S. workers who applied to the positions and hired only temporary visa holders. The DOJ alleged that this was an intentional discrimination against U.S. workers because of their citizenship or immigration status, which is a violation of the anti-discrimination provision of the Immigration and Nationality Act, or the INA. The INA generally prohibits employers from discriminating against workers because of their immigration or citizenship status. And then the Labor Department in early 2021 they audited Facebook's pending PERM applications and identified potential regulatory recruitment violations in that process. So under the Labor Department settlement, Facebook will conduct additional notice and recruitment for U.S. workers and will be subject to ongoing audits to ensure that the company complies with applicable regulations. And under the DOJ settlement, Facebook will pay a penalty of $4.75 million to the U.S. and pay up to $9.5 million to eligible victims of this alleged discrimination, and train its employees on the anti-discrimination requirements of the Immigration and Nationality Act. In addition, other recruiting requirements and practices were agreed on by Facebook. So, as always, guys, this is a summary, and if you want to take a closer look, I have the DOJ press release on compliancekitchen.com and also both of the settlement agreements. So both the DOJ and the Labor Department's settlement agreements are available by link. So as usual, thanks for stopping by in the Compliance Kitchen.